This month, me and GameFlip are doing a huge giveaway, the site where I go to get super cheap gift cards for keys, and it's actually how I buy all of my keys for crate openings. But we're doing a giveaway for 100 keys with multiple winners, and all you have to do to enter is leave a like on the video, subscribe to my channel, and then click the link in the description and sign up at GameFlip with code LLAMAS. Alright guys, welcome back to another Rocket League video, and in this one, you already know what's going on. I'm going to be showing you every single painted variant of the brand new Spring Fever wheels. So all three of them, the donut wheels, the second ones, LUSTRUM X10s, the ones with a really weird name, and then finally the ILLUMINATA exotic wheels. So I know I'm a little bit late on this, just got busy doing some other videos. Sonics dropped the bomb of the next Triumph crate coming out, which you guys all saw the videos on those. But yeah, finally had time to do this video and go through every single color of these really quickly. So basically you know exactly what you're trading for. You can use this as a guide if you want to know what specific wheels look like. If you want to trade for them, this should help you see exactly what they look like, and overall should be a helpful video. But without further ado, let's hop into game here and showcase the first wheel, which are the ones I already have on my car, the donut wheels. So I love these things, and I already have them in purple. If you guys saw my crate opening, which we got so many painted items, if you haven't seen that one, check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description or something. But yeah, we got these wheels, a bunch of other painted items, and the donut wheels are a ton of fun. So we're going to start out going through all of the painted versions of the donut wheels, which we do by going to customize car and going over to right over here. My friend Mr. Tryhard was nice enough to let me borrow every single painted version of these Zetas so we can replace them with the donut wheels. But yeah, the default ones, you guys already know what they look like, but quick reminder so you can compare them to the other wheels. They're sort of a very light pink with sprinkles on them. So let's get into our Zetas and switch them around to the painted donut wheels. There they are. So yeah, let's start it out here with black, and since we have all of them right here on screen, we'll go through them fairly quickly, but still showcase each individual one. So here are the black ones, and actually I do need to switch to Octane. So yeah, the Octane showcases them, and you can see that these painted donut wheels are a little bit odd because they aren't perfectly the painted colors that they're supposed to be. Like with this black one, you can see that it's actually more of like a dark purple, which is very weird. It should be more black, and I do believe Sonics talked about this, that they're going to try and fix the colors on the donut wheels eventually. So if you're trading for them, keep that in mind. They might change in the near future. But then the burnt Sienna ones, I don't know. It kind of looks like gravy smothered on top of a donut. It's not very appetizing, especially for donut wheels. It never is with the burnt Sienna. But moving on to the Cobalt, these ones are actually pretty good. Pretty solid all around for Cobalt. Nothing too insane, but you know, since the other colors have been really messed up, it's nice to see that these Cobalt ones are pretty solid, and they are pretty different from the originals, which again are the light pink. So you know, you might be able to come up with some cool colors with that. Moving on to Crimson here, very similar to burnt Sienna actually. Like here's burnt Sienna, just slightly darker than the Crimson. So that is unfortunate. I don't know if that's just, they don't look very red to me. They do look more brownish. Maybe that's because I'm used to the burnt Sienna. I mean, yeah, they are pretty crimson, but it's something to keep a lookout for. Now let's move on to Lime, or not Lime, Forest Green. I was really surprised. I was like, why are they so dark? But these ones are actually, they show the texture of the frosting a little bit better, but you know, they're not too bad. So then we move into the gray, which here is the good showcase of what I'm talking about with the weird freaking colors on the donut wheels. These are gray. Do they look gray? No, they do not. These are apparently gray, but they are more, they're more pink, and you will see this even better with the titanium white versions coming up. But yeah, gray, it's more of like a light purplish pink. So let's just keep on moving on. The Lime, oh my gosh. I haven't seen these yet. I've seen some of them, but I haven't seen all of them. What is that? What is that? They're mustard. They're freaking mustard donuts. Apparently that is a lime green. Yeah, Sonics is gonna fix these, I'm pretty sure. The orange ones, I actually like these because they kind of do fit the, they're more solidly colored, if you know what I'm saying. They kind of match the doughy part again in the center. It's not too contrasting, which actually makes them look pretty interesting. Definitely more of a dark orange. It doesn't suffer from that, you know, different color like the gray. So not a bad wheel, but could be a little bit brighter if they do change those. Now as for the pink, a little bit better than the originals. Unfortunately, Alpha Console kind of makes it a pain to show the originals again, but they are definitely very close to the originals, so keep that in mind. I mean, it's really not worth it at all. Then for the purple, you guys have already seen them, so real quick, go around them again. You can see they're actually one of the best painted colors of these because it is a solid purple, and it is quite different from the original, so that is pretty nice there. But then Saffron, almost exactly like Lime. I guess Lime's a little more disgusting, but Saffron is more of a, it's actually more of an orange, so it's not too terrible. Kind of is more orange than the actual orange color, but not too bad all around. So yeah, not much more to say on those. The sky blue ones are actually more cobalt, which is very odd. So the cobalt ones are they're a lot darker, but these sky blue ones definitely do look pretty much like cobalt, so that is something to keep in mind as well. But let's move on to the titanium white ones, which got glitched out, so I have to reset it. And are you guys ready for this? That is titanium white. Yeah, I told you these wheels were not good. Yeah, they're really close to the originals, which is really odd because titanium white is never close to the original for wheels. That is it's crazy. So yeah, they will be fixing these most likely, but again, there's the titanium white version of the donut wheels. It is very freaking weird, but don't need to spend much more time on those. Let's switch into the LUSTRUM X10. So real quick, so while I'm doing this, switching around to LUSTRUM X10, I'll put the originals up on the screen just so you can remember what exactly the colors are on them. And let's jump back into the game with the LUSTRUM 10s and take a look at the first color here, black. So the black is actually very cool because it does look very good with the blue in the center. And actually, let's take a look at the burnt sienna real quick because I want to make sure that the bluish part of the wheels doesn't actually change. So these are very straightforward. It's definitely a very burnt sienna color. It's not terrible, but it is a weird combo, burnt sienna and blue. But the black actually looks pretty good. I like how it matches the tread, and it actually looks pretty dope, like from this angle right here. So these are actually pretty good. I like the black wheels. But moving on to the cobalt, these are pretty interesting because it matches that blue in the center. Or it doesn't exactly match, but it goes with it. They're both blue, so it makes sense that these would look pretty dope in cobalt. Definitely a lot different from the crimson, but you know, it looks pretty solid in cobalt. I'll give it that. Now the crimson, oh gosh, I'm not sure if these exist in the game. They might not, but if they do not go for them. They look identical to the originals. So if these are in the game, I would assume that they're not, but there's always the chance that they are. And if you happen to get these, hold on to them because they will eventually switch them out for different painted wheels if they are in the game in the first place. But forest green, not too bad. I like these quite a bit actually. And I think I have a painted version of one of these wheels. I can't quite remember. I think it was saffron green, but the forest green ones got some nice contrast with that blue and green. And get back there. So not too shabby all around. Now the gray. Gray is actually really good, and this one surprised me a bit. So that gray is very subtle, but it looks good with the dark blue, looks good with the black. Nothing too flashy, but nothing too terrible all around. So for collecting these, you might be able to come up with something cool for them. Now the lime, these ones are pretty bright for a base, you know, non-animated wheel, nothing too flashy, but they are pretty good. They remind me of those aliens from Toy Story, the little green and blue aliens. That's what they remind me of, so you could actually make that style of car if you really wanted to, but the lime, not too bad. Then the orange, I actually like these. The blue and orange is actually a cool combo, something pretty unique you don't see very often. And I think you could customize your mystery decal to match those really well. Could be something very creative, and I would assume these aren't trading for very much since they are orange, and orange isn't very popular. So, you know, you might want to go after those, the creamsicle type wheels. Pink is pretty much the same type of thing as the orange. Very unique color combo, but nothing too bad all around. So there you can see it around there. Not too bad. Oh, gotta drink some water. The purple. This should go with our customizations on our car. I like it. It's nothing too flashy, nothing too bright. The purple kind of blends in, but you know, if you got these out of a crate, I'd rock them for a little bit. They're pretty dope. Now the saffron, these I like because the yellow does contrast really well with the blue, and I just kind of like yellow and blue, even though saffron is more of like a limeish blue, and so that is pretty sick. But sky blue I haven't actually seen. I like these. I think these are pretty cool. They stick out really well. They look like they were made for this wheel just because the center blue rings don't change. The sky blue hits on these it sticks out really nice, but still blends in with the wheel and looks like it's meant to be that way. So that looks pretty dope, but let's check out the titanium white ones. I like these. They're very subtle, very simple and clean titanium white wheels. And I think you could come up with some really cool customizations with them. Since you could do a solid blue primary color and then do titanium white accents, it would look really good with like a titanium white octane. But let's move into the final wheel. You guys know what it is, the Illuminatas, the Illuminati wheels. So save and apply that. Here's the originals on the screen right now. And as we get back into the game and it finally loads, there you have it. Oh gosh. The black ones. Now I will say something about these two. I did read like Psionics Devin or Psionics Corey said that they are trying to change these and update them to make them look better in painted variants, because right now the painted variants don't change a whole ton of the Illuminatas. Like as you can see here, the black is very crappy. I don't even know if this is in the game, so it could not be. But if you're looking for these, maybe look the other way. Now burnt sienna, kind of the same thing. It doesn't change a whole lot, and it blends in, especially with the tread. The burnt sienna hits just blend into that tread. It doesn't stick out well at all, and then the lights are ringing around the inside. They don't look very good. So burnt sienna, I don't really like. Cobalt looks pretty decent. I do like this one a little bit. Just if the cobalt on the lights was a bit brighter, and if maybe the spoke or something in the center changed just to make it a little bit more cobalt, I think these could be cooler. But as of right now, it's nothing too insane. So yeah, I don't even know what else to say about those. Crimson, actually pretty dope. I think these will actually look really cool when they switch them around, because as of right now, they match that middle portion that is red in the very center of the wheel. That actually looks pretty good. You need a wheel that matches like that, and then the little hits on the tread, I like them quite a bit. They could be brighter. Sonics, if you're listening and want to change those around, definitely do that. But Crimson, not too shabby for what it is. Forest Green, I mean, pretty simple. Not a whole lot to say on it. But I mean, not too bad for a forest green wheel, but not too great either. That's all I have to say. Let's move on. Gray, pretty much like titanium white, but just darker. Looks a little bit crappy. Looks pretty original. As I'm drinking some water, I'm trying to think of what to say about these. I don't know. They're very triangular. Let's go with that. Ooh. Lime is not too bad. I expected these to be super bright, but that flashing animation really sticks out on the lime. So these are actually probably one of the best Illuminatas, just because that lime color, it always makes wheels brighter, but on these, it makes that animation that's usually pretty subtle stick out a lot more. So I like that. The orange, I can't remember the original color all of a sudden for these. Not too shabby. I like how it matches that outside ring of the wheel itself. Now the pink, I don't know. I really don't know on those. They're decent, I mean, but they're nothing great. There's way better pink wheels than these, and it doesn't fit anything else on the wheel. It's kind of out there and nothing too special. Now the purple, I like the animation on it a little bit, but it's too subtle. It matches the tread too much and just doesn't stick out well enough. And then the saffron, kind of the same thing, and I can't quite remember the originals. I feel like they look like these. But either way, saffron just, I don't know. They don't look good on these. I'm going to say that right now. They don't look good. Even though they are exotics and painted, I wouldn't go for saffron. Now, sky blue, pretty cool. I think after they change these wheels around, the sky blue could be pretty decent. But as of right now, they're a little bit simple. I don't know if I would go for these. But I mean, if you really want to, go ahead and do it. They look all right. I'll give you that. However, let's jump into that titanium white and revel in the disappointment. They're not flashy enough. They're way too simple, and they look almost like the gray. So here's titanium white, here's gray. Can barely tell the difference. Titanium white is just a slightly bit brighter, and the tread itself it doesn't stick out as much. Like, make those hits of titanium white on the treads, make them stand out more, Psionics. But titanium white, yeah, I don't really know. So unfortunately, I kind of think that the donut wheels and the lustrums are better than the Illuminata, which is definitely really weird. But either way, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to subscribe for more videos just like this in the near future, including updates on the Triumph Crate coming out really, really soon. But other than that, you can check out my previous videos on the screen, such as talking about the new tournaments update and all of the new features coming in, such as trading changes, and also a bunch of items coming in the brand new Triumph Crate on the right. But other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm the Llama Sir, and I will see you guys next time.